fall of 2020. Spartan CEO and founder Joe DeSena invites 24 athletes to his remote mountain farm in Vermont to answer one simple question. Who is the fittest? This is how it went.
Hey Hunter, why'd you punch me?
Welcome to the f***ing jungle. It's all weekend long, baby.
Touched a lot.
Yeah, I thought he did.
I want to see the video.
Oh! My pride's hurt.
You beat me in 1 second?
I never mountain bike because I don't know, it's like a fear thing for me. But through competition, you have to overcome those fears.
So I went away for 3 years, and now I'm back, and I'm like, God, I hate losing to Atkins. I better come back and beat him at something. So I think I'm back.
Christian Harris here from New York. I'm a CrossFit athlete. My background is football and baseball. The process for me to get here to the Spartan Games, I kind of just had an invitation in my email. It was about 2 weeks prior to the competition and just said, hey, why not? It's something I've never done before. After accepting the invitation, about a week went by before I actually looked up what the Spartan Games actually was. And I'm like, oh shit, I mean, this is gonna be some real stuff I'm getting into. So let's bring it on.
Hello and welcome to Spartan Games 2.0, presented by Air Force Special Warfare here at Snow Summit, Big Bear in California.
It's great to be back. Good to see some new faces, good to see some old faces. Last year was real special to us, given everything going on, and able to pull that off, and it was great to have this project come back on the table and be back again, so thank you all for coming back.
I was really impressed by the response of the community around the world to Spartan Games 1. I think people really enjoyed how different this kind of format is to what they've seen before. So, you know, we're bringing it back because, you know, the community demands another version. They want to see what new athletes can step up to the plate and give one of the toughest endurance challenges in the world a go.
My name is VJ Jones, I'm 23 years old, and I've been competing in Spartan Race for 6 or 7 years now. I won my first race when I was 16. That gave me the record for youngest elite winner at the time. Still hold that. People are coming for it though.
My name's Hunter McIntyre, I'm 32 years old, and I am Spartan athlete, fitness athlete, CrossFit Games athlete. I kind of do it all just because I like it, and you know, things may change, they may shift, but I'll always kind of come back to things like this, like the Spartan Games, just because at my core, it's kind of something I love the most.
Now I'm finally competing at the top level. I was able to win the US National Series, and I was able to win a World Championship this year, so it's been an amazing season, just finally getting to climb the ranks and like compete with people I've looked up to for years, and now I'm on that same level, and some of the same athletes I've looked up to for a long time I'm getting to compete against now, so it's been a really cool time.
Seeing what it was last year, I'm like, holy cow, like this is gonna be insane.
I feel like this year is gonna have its own element of surprise and mystery and dynamic in and of itself.
This year's a bit different because I literally am the smallest person here this year, which is different from last year's. I will do my best. I'll be feisty and wily.
This year we're up in the high Sierras on the other side of the country to Spartan Games 1. So really different environment. I mean, everything's happening at or above 7,000 feet. Very, very different to Vermont where Spartan Games 1 took place. So we're talking about, obviously the effects of altitude on competition. If you haven't trained and prepared at this altitude extensively throughout your career, I'm not talking about a short preparation period, you're in for a rude awakening. A lot of professional athletes are based up here at Big Bear as part of their training. The other thing about Big Bear is we're here in the fall. It's crazy, right? It's very, very cold. Snow can be expected even this early in the season in the fall. And that can have a massive effect on competition. So put the two things together, right? You've got the altitude and you've got the weather, high Sierras, 7,000 feet. This is a crazy environment for a competition.
The first thing would have to be like the fun of testing the unknown, right? And I don't know if everyone thinks of it that way.
My name is Lauren Weeks. I'm 31 years old for another week. And my athletic background, I guess I started with soccer. I danced when I was younger. I grew up swimming. When I went on to college, my college sport was swimming, and then from there I found CrossFit. And after CrossFit, I've moved on to like some more functional fitness with running events. So High Rocks is one of them. Very interested in the Decafits. I haven't gotten to run one yet, and I've been able to dabble in some Spartans this year, which I've had a ton of fun with, but I've only been able to make the beast so far, so I'm looking forward to a sprint or a super.
Initially announced the Spartan Games, I was like, this is it. I was like, this is gonna get spicy.
16 athletes, 8 men, 8 women, 4 days of competition, 9 individual events, $50,000 worth of prize money, and at the end of it all, the 2 athletes with the most points win. On the female side, we have Lauren Weeks, 3rd place in Spartan Games Season 1 and 2022 High Rocks North American Champion. Meg Reardon, 3-time CrossFit Games athlete. Chris Rogloski, Spartan Deca Mile record holder and fitness coach. Tara Jackson, 3-time Spartan Deca champion. Ariana Scalfo, Texas Run the Rose 11-mile winner. Ariel Miller, 1st Lieutenant United States Air Force, an Air Force female for Alpha Warrior champion. Corinna Coffin, 2nd place in Spartan Games Season 1 and Spartan Pro. Lindsay Webster, Spartan Games Season 1 champion and 3-time Spartan World champion.
When do you get an opportunity like this? The opportunity to get to hang with, meet, know all of these incredible athletes, like get to room with them, talk to them, sit in a bus with them, that's priceless.
On the men's side, we have Tim Szymanski, 4-time Tactical Games champion and chiropractor. Mac Roche, American Ninja Warrior, Broken Skull Challenge champion, Telemundo Exathlon finalist, and NBC Spartan Ultimate Team Challenge champion. Christian Harris, CrossFit Games athlete and owner of Move Fast, Lift Heavy. VJ Jones, 2021 Spartan US National Series champion. Ryan Kent, 3rd place in Spartan Games Season 1, 2022 High Rocks North American champion. Lane Mayerstein, Master Sergeant, EOD Operator, US Air Force Special Warfare. Hunter McIntyre, 2nd place in Spartan Games Season 1, Sports Illustrated 50 Most Fittest People on Earth and Functional Fitness Athlete. Ryan Atkins, Spartan Games Season 1 champion and 2021 Spartan OCR World Champion. One thing we learned at Spartan Games 1 was that prior achievements and successes in their athletic career mean nothing when it comes to Spartan Games. I'm most excited to see this year, and maybe this is a little bit sadistic, but I want to see which top athlete will break first.
My name is Lane Brandon Mayerstein. I am an explosive ordnance disposalman in the United States Air Force. I've been doing that for 22 years. What molds me to do this and what basically gets me to push myself really is other people. You know, I've never done anything for myself. I've never done anything for pride. And it's also partly why I joined the United States Air Force, specifically EOD, and that's because of the brotherhood and because of what the job entails specifically. You know, I just want to do things for others. You know, my goal is to either inspire, go along with, or support.
So I got invited officially 2 weeks before it started. And what I knew was that I needed to find a bike or ask for one to be rented for me, and I needed a wetsuit. So I knew that I was gonna be biking and swimming, and I could assume that I would be doing some sort of running and obstacle course. So.
I'm not really worrying about like other people and what they're gonna do and stuff. I mean, it'll just, whatever happen will happen.
The athletes know 8 of the 9 events, what they are, but they don't know their order. We all gather at the Special Warfare Base Camp and we explain the rules and what each event's going to be about. Event 9 is a complete unknown. No hints, no clues. As soon as it comes up on the schedule, they'll find out what it is.
Spartan Games is interesting because it's raw. It's just raw strength, raw grit.
It's like going on a first date. Exciting, but scary, nervous.
I really think it is testing the ultimate endurance athlete.
We're using the same points system as Spartan Games 1. So basically the athlete that wins any particular event gets 25 points, then 18 points, 15 points, 12 points, and then it kind of descends, 2 points less each time until you come to the final 2 athletes and they both get 0 points.
Spartan Games, a lot of people have been training specifically for this. This is more of like a celebration of like everything I've accomplished this season and just being able to, finish it out with something really exciting.
The 9 events in no particular order are Spartan Cross. It's a shorter, more intense version of a Spartan obstacle course race. Spartan Trail Half Marathon, a half marathon with a difference. The athletes have to wear a 5'11" weighted vest for the first 2 miles of the run. Spartan Combat, our version of ancient freestyle wrestling. The pacer test, it's also known as the beat test. This is used to measure an athlete's aerobic capacity. Spartan Training Atlas Stones. 3 rounds, increasing weights, most reps wins. Sounds simple, but it's deceptively brutal. Deca Heavy, an intense functional fitness event for time. La Ruta, a 2-hour mountain bike challenge across harsh terrain with a twist. Special Warfare, no guts, no glory passed. Physical ability stamina test. Modelled after the USAF Special Warfare minimum entrance standards. And finally, the Secret Challenge. Designed with Air Force Special Warfare to honour a fallen hero. The partnership with US Air Force Special Warfare gave us a very, very strong reason to uphold the standards and answer the question why, from the athletes, we're doing the things that we're doing in Spartan Games. We share so many of the same values. I'd like to introduce you to a very special guest, Master Sergeant Neely from Air Force Special Warfare. He's here to talk about some of the great similarities between the values that we're putting in place here at Spartan and at Special Warfare, and some of the principles that you're going to be putting in place yourselves over the next 4 days of competition.
Here, you know what? Let me start this off pretty informal. It's nice to meet you. Figured I'd shake all your hands quick. Yep. So my name's Master Sergeant Neely. I'm a combat controller. I've been doing it most of my adult life. I've been in it for 12 years. Came in as what we like to call as a purebred. Special Warfare is a branch of the Department of Defense and the United States Air Force where we are deploying to meet the combatant commanders. It's kind of special operations version of it. My job in particular is combat control, where we are basically the masters of air-to-ground integration, integrating with Navy SEALs, Green Berets, anyone basically in Special Operations Command, SOCOM. And part of the 1% that joins the military, Special Warfare is the 1% of that 1%. So it's a prestigious thing. It's really hard to get into. My class started with 100 guys. We graduated 3 of them. Being here at Special Warfare, I'm very honored that I was asked to come. I'm no one special in particular. I just happen to represent my community. What you guys are about to do in the civilian sector from Spartan Race, it's a grueling event. It's going to be asking a lot of you guys, and I'm very, very happy that I'm able to see what you guys have and be part of it. So thank you for having me, and I look forward to kind of coaching you guys through it throughout the week. So thank you.
I hope that everybody watching Spartan Games 2 is just able to take away a sense of doing things outside your comfort zone can have great beneficial impacts on your life and on your sport. You know, you may be committed to one particular kind of sport or way of training, but by going outside of that comfort zone, you can actually be a better athlete. You can be fitter, stronger, better, and more successful.
I'm excited for tomorrow.
I feel great. I'm ready to go take on some new challenges.
Weather's so bad we can't even get cameras out there.
I can't feel my fingers.
I think about it, I was like, there's some moments.
We threw a curveball at him this year.
Nice. Use the weight vest to your advantage.
I just kept getting stuck, and that took a lot out of me.
Oh my God. It was worse.
So you can't make up a rule and say, well, we're gonna DQ you now because I'm not gonna swim. Who do I talk to?